Welcome back to the YouTube, fellas. Today we're going to go over step by step how you are going to get an appointment setting role for free and change the trajectory of your life forever. And if you don't believe me, just watch my previous video on my boy Henry. He didn't do anything 3 months ago. He learned appointment settings. 3 months later, he is here in Koh Samui with me. In 3 months, you guys have been watching my content on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok for well more than 3 months. Just think for half a second if you took action, if you actually took action toward these thoughts in your head. So if you guys don't already know what appointment setting is, all it entails is booking qualifying leads for a business, a service, a company, whatever it may be. Just think of yourself as a virtual receptionist. Instead of being the lady behind the desk, picking up calls, booking in people for appointments, you are doing this on behalf of someone's business on their phone, in their business, typing, texting in the DMs, making sure the lead has the qualifications to get on the call. And they get on the call with a closer, a remote closer, a high ticket closer, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The closer usually gets about 10% commission and the setter usually gets about 5% commission. So let's just hypothetically say you were closing or working under a $5,000 offer and you were the setter. You booked in a lead and that lead got closed. You'd be getting 5%, $250. So that's 250 US dollars you just got by texting on your phone. So it really is that simple, but we are going to go over step by step how you are going to be able to secure this role and then perform on this role, so it's not just shot in the dark and then you're just no idea what you're doing. So if you're interested, watch this whole fucking video. If you can't watch this video, it's probably gonna be under 10 minutes. You don't have the attention span for it, then you don't have the capabilities to do a whole lot in this world. Let's just be honest. Okay, so if you are one of these individuals that wants to tackle this completely alone, you don't want any help, you don't want mentorship, you think you are the man and you can do it all by yourself, fill your boots. I've been in the online space for about 2 years and I don't know a single soul who has been successful doing it by themselves, but if you think you're that 0.001% that can, fill your boots again. So, if you are interested in mentorship, DM me on Instagram. I will get back to you, have a conversation, see if you would be even able to work with me, if I think you'd qualify, whatever. But if you are someone, again, like you want to tackle this by yourself, listen up. You're going to go to this crazy website no one knows of. You know what it's called? YouTube. It's free. Use your brain. If you wanted to do this for free, use the app that you're on to watch this video right now. Use it for yourself. You know what you're going to look up? How to get a sales role, how to practice sales, sales fundamentals. Like, this is very common sense stuff. Also, there's ChatGPT. That is a game changer in today's world. You can literally practice role-playing with ChatGPT. Role-playing, I know it sounds sus, but it is basically just practicing sales skills with someone else who wants to practice their sales skills. But you're going to look up these videos on YouTube, on ChatGPT, information on increasing your sales fundamentals, increasing your skill in sales, increasing your objection handling capabilities, etc. It's not rocket science. Like, it really isn't. This video is kind of silly to make, in my opinion, anyways, because, I really don't think it's that hard to realize. If you want to learn for free, go on free applications like Safari or Google. However, that is step one. And before we go into step two or the next step of the process, I wanted to highlight why I charge a fee for my mentorship, my community, my trainings, the group, the network you have access to. It's because it creates urgency. Nobody uses free. Nobody. Unless it's a free sample at Costco. Because just think of it. Why would you utilize something free if it was just given to you so easily? It was just handed to you on a silver platter like that. There's no urgency there. There's absolutely zero urgency. So, in my community, I have a monthly subscription and I have a paid in full. The monthly subscription is for the individuals who I believe would really be suitable for this community, but don't just have all the funds right away. But with that being said, the students who have paid in full for me have seen the best results in the quickest amount of time because it creates a bigger sense of urgency. They're investing more into themselves. They're going to realize, oh shit, I just invested a good chunk of my own money that I worked my ass off for. let's utilize this. Let's actually utilize what we invested in and not just sit there and scroll. Because I guarantee you will be lying to yourself if you say you would use free. Because if you're watching this, you probably came from my Instagram or my TikTok or my wherever the hell you found me. And if you came from there, that means you have been following my socials or you've seen my socials. And you know I give freebies all the time. All the time. And no one ever utilizes it. There's about 2 or 3 that come to mind that have asked me for this. No one uses free, so quit lying to yourself. Stop playing victim in your head. Oh, I don't want to invest. It's a scam, blah, blah. No, you wouldn't use it if it was free anyways. Not at all. No urgency. So, just wanted to highlight that. So, with that being said, we're going to move on to section 2, or step 2 of the process, which would be joining a free community, Discord, Instagram group chat, email list. I don't know. Whatever you want to join, make sure it's free because you guys obviously don't want to invest into yourself. So, yeah, go on School, go on Discord, go on Instagram, go on, I don't know. Find a community where there are like-minded individuals who are all learning sales. Facebook groups are great too. So, join there. Find someone. You're going to have to outreach. Oh my gosh, you're going to have to text on your phone to someone to set up a time so you guys can role play. You're going to have to message these people because you're not going to learn. You're not going to grow if you just, again, learn all these sales by yourself. But if you don't have constructive criticism or feedback or someone telling you if you're doing this right or wrong, nothing you do is going to be feasible. It's going to fucking fizzle out after 2 weeks and you're going to get depressed and then you're going to start talking bad about the online space because you really didn't know what you were doing, but since you thought you did and you didn't get results, you're going to start blaming everyone else but yourself. Why do I say that? Because I see it every single week. I've been in the online space for almost 2 years now, and the people that invest into themselves a good chunk of change and become obsessed and constantly message me, constantly message group chats, constantly post on social media, they get the best return of investment because they realize that they are the ones that have to change their situation. No one else, they are. So, get that through your head. Once you join that community and find that friend or find that person that you're going to do your sales process with, you got to set up a time with them. Make sure it's the exact same time at least 3-4 times a week, 5 times a week. You know what? 7 times a week. I'm going to tell you exactly step by step what I did. That's what I did. 7 times a week, I would practice my sales skills for at least 3 to 4 hours. Yes, you heard that right, 3 to 4 hours, because I want it to change. And you guys are gonna want to do the same thing. I mean, I've been going on a bit of a tangent here, and you can probably hear in the tone of my voice how passionate I am about this. It's just because I have seen crazier things done in a lot faster time. Just kind of a curveball in this whole conversation right now. I have friends in university that had a 4.2, 4.3 GPA, and I mean these guys were the smartest cookies I have ever met. Photographic memory, whatever, could solve anything. But I know friends that are like as sharp as a spoon in a drawer full of knives that are making $50,000 a month. It's because they are in the right vehicle and they are doing something that is actually paying them for their skill, not based on their hourly rate, not how many hours they work in a day. They are getting paid for their skill. So, like I've said a million times before, learn a high income skill. Video editing, copywriting, marketing, sales. Something that a business is always going to need. Now, we are going to go on to the next step. Step 3, step 4. I've lost track. Okay. Step 4. The least fun part of all of it. That is going to be outreach. So, you are going to go onto Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and find business owners, find consultants, find agencies that are selling a high ticket offer, selling an offer of some sort. Try to find a niche that you actually enjoy, so it's obviously going to make the whole thing a lot better. If you enjoy it, you're going to want to show up to work, show up to the role, and engage in these conversations. Because if it's something you're not passionate about or not as interested in, it's going to just be brutal, and you're just going to be upset, and you're just going to self-sabotage yourself. Trust me, I've been there. Learn from me. So, you're going to outreach on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and send them a cold message. It's a cold call, cold message. Say, you know what? I'm not going to give you all that. I'm not going to give you exactly what to say. Oh, like I said, I'm not going to give you exactly what to say in these messages, but you want to leave a good impression. So yeah, that would be the next step of the process. So hopefully you'll get a role. But if you don't have much proof of you doing these role plays, or proof of you learning, or you being in a community that's reputable, or getting trained by someone who has a mass following that people would know, it's going to be extremely difficult to get a role. But that's the point of investing in yourself. If you invest into a community, an agency, a content creator, someone with some credit, these companies that you're reaching out to, these agencies, are going to be more opted to work with you because you have these credentials. But again, with that being said, you're the big man on campus, you're doing this by yourself, you're going to have to do the cold outreaches. And I mean 50 to 100 a day for like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You might even not even get anything for a month. But you're going to have to keep putting up those shots because you decided to take the hard road. However, you will get a role eventually. I can't guarantee how fast that will be, but when you get that role, you're in the game. Hopefully you can perform. And once you're on that role, that's basically it. You're on the roll, and then you start booking in these calls, and hopefully the closers are good and they can close a lot of deals. But yeah, this was a quick video. I got a little bit off the rails a bit there, but for the most part, this is every single thing you need to get into appointment setting. I mean, that's what I first started with. Got comfortable with that, made $2-3K a month with that, moved to remote closing, did remote closing for a while. So, I mean, you got to learn sales, you got to learn the fundamentals. If you don't know any of that, like, you're not going to be able to sell anything, nothing. But with that being said, nothing's going to change in your life if you don't do anything. Like, you could watch this video, feel something, get that dopamine hit, get that feeling of satisfaction. Oh, I kind of understand this now. That's good for the day. No. This is the bare fucking minimum watching this video. So, if you don't have I don't know. If it's really up to you. It's not my life. It's not going to affect me. I just want to help. I want to give as much value as I can. And I want to inspire as many people as possible that they can make their dreams a reality. However, those dreams will never become a reality if you don't get off your damn ass and do something about it. Yeah, see you in the next one.